Hello, my name is Bret Carlson. I'm a Senior Technical Process Analyst for Georg, Fischer, Central Plastics in Shawnee, America. And we do polyethylene and polyfusion products, and then also metal products, things of that nature. And we've been using Oracle EBS since 2003, I believe it was, maybe 2008. And my responsibility with the company is to back up all of our business process analysts and handle all of the data transfers, EDI, things of that nature. So that's kind of what I do for the company. I was actually introduced to Polaris Associates through one of our other vendors who had made a suggestion when we were looking at other business intelligence applications and reporting tools, and told them we were looking for more of a daily kind of a reporting tool on our daily business and not just the warehouse of business intelligence. And they recommended Polaris, and it turned out to be a really nice match. A big chunk of it on the front end was costs. A big chunk of it behind that was the more of the daily reporting functionality that we needed, more so than the warehouse and the analytics and stuff that we needed. Outside of that, the RWB product turned out to be, the Reporting Workbench turned out to be a much better product for us to fit our needs for the daily stuff than the business intelligence stuff that we really needed. Well, we had when we started off, we did it at the same time that we did our migration from a previous hosting partner. So we did our hosting partner migration at the same time we deployed our Polaris Reporting Workbench. And it was a really, really nice transition getting away from the Oracle portal that we were using and the omniportlets that they had available there, and transitioning that over into Reporting Workbench tools and those reports. And so it worked out real well for being able to do that at the same time that we did that migration. And we were all very fearful that was going to be a very painful process, and it turned out to be somewhat elegant with the training and everything that we went through that was provided by Polaris. Probably, I'd say cohesive, really. Since the time that we went through our training, we were fortunate to be able to do our training online, but we were able to record all of it. So after, I can't remember if we did 3 or 4 days worth of training, but afterwards we were able to go back through our audio and video training that we had recorded, and we're able to pick up snippets of things that we wanted to be able to follow up on, to be able to read, to implement, that we couldn't quite gather and retain in a 3 or 4 day crash course. But the support and everything that we had behind that has been really, really invaluable and helped us out with our reportings and getting those things developed for our users. The nice thing I like about what has happened, what's come from our Reporting Workbench deployment, is that I don't get a lot of requests for reports anymore. Once we seem to get them out there and get them into the end user's hands, there's not a lot of changes that I've seen on our user base that has had required modifications and things of that nature. Once in a while we'll have an HR change that will need to come up. The dashboards have been really, really invaluable. There's a lot of, we've probably got four or five dashboards that are used on a regular basis that have anywhere from 3 to 4 reports that are built into each of those. Our executive staff really, really keys in on that every day for the various different reports and things that they're looking for. But the dashboards have been pretty nice. And then we've also actually integrated some of our external vendors and suppliers that are helping maintain part of our warehouse. When they have stuff come through that automatically gets ordered and stuff, they want to make sure their transactions are being seen, that they're actually in our system. So we actually have them the ability to have an anonymous link to a report that shows that their stuff is being imported as well. So it's really kind of really, really reduced how much I've got to verify everything coming in. That was pretty big. That was one of our other big criteria that we looked at for being able to replace that Ailing Discoverer product with Reporting Workbench. The catch that we found to it was that for our internal stuff, we had customized some of those Discoverer reports so much so that it made it a little more challenging to be able to get it to transfer straight over to Reporting Workbench. So it required a little bit more manual manipulation on our part. But once we got that code and everything scrubbed through and deployed over in Reporting Workbench, it's really been a nice little tool for us. We've actually we've been fortunate enough to be able to help make that recommendation to a couple other customers and people that we know, and help them go through some training and stuff with it, because they were looking for a lot of the same things that we were. They were looking for more of the daily kind of stuff. I hate to keep going back to that, but more of that daily reporting capability and less of the high-end data warehousing, a lot more data intense reporting and stuff than what RWB does, and so they had the same need that we did. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Reporting Workbench for more of that daily kind of reporting and less of the analytic kind of stuff. The fact that it works. It's got a lot of different, I wouldn't say modules necessarily, but a lot of different delivery methods to be able to provide different reports in different formats to the consumer. So whether they want to have it in Excel for the accounting personnel and things of that nature, or if they need it in a PDF, or if they need to be able to burst it out, it's kind of nice to be able to apply it out to everybody.